The technically sophisticated cybercriminal has numerous ways to hide their ill-gotten gains. One of the ways to do this is by using alternate data streams. And these have been a part of the NTFS file system ever since it came out. And essentially, an alternate data stream means that you can associate multiple data streams with a particular file name. Now, when we think of a file's contents, we just think of a single data stream. However, with NTFS, we are able to add more than one data stream associated with a file name. But it's really not obvious that the alternate data stream actually exists. So it requires special expertise and knowledge in order to identify this extra data stream. So that's what we'll talk about today. Include any type of arbitrary data of any size. And so essentially what we have is that we have hidden data when we attach this data to a file. And when I say attach the data to a file, I don't mean in the unnamed data stream, because that's the contents of the file. This is in a named data stream. So what we see is it doesn't show up in the file as it's normally viewed, and it doesn't show up in the file size. And it's as publicly documented by Microsoft in 1988. And you can actually go out to MSDN and search for NT streams or alternate data streams, and it's got its own page. And in fact, I think this is listed here. There's several different. It's a great way to hide data, although from speaking to law enforcement, I don't know if any of them have ever actually seen this used out there in a criminal case. So this is from the Semantics site, and it gives you a great little primer on NTFS streams. A stream is data that is associated with a main file or directory known as the main unnamed stream, which we've talked about before. So each file and directory in NTFS can have multiple data streams that are generally hidden from the user. Notice that these are, when we talk about multiple data streams, the unnamed data stream is viewable, the remaining are not unless you know that they're there and know how to extract that information. So streams are often hidden due to the lack of stream-capable applications. For example, Windows Explorer does not display the streams of files. But we'll see later on that there's other tools that can be used to display the files. The reason alternate data streams were used, if I recall correctly, was to be cross-compatible with Macintosh files, which also have multiple streams. Macintosh files, if you're using the high-performance file system or high-performance file system plus, each file will have two different file streams, a resource file and a data file stream. The data stream actually holds the data. The resource holds all the application-relevant information regarding the file. When transferring a file with an associated stream to a non-NTFS file system, the streams are lost. If you recall, and let's see if we can just do this right here. Let's, I don't know if I can do this right here. Sometimes if you're copying, if you're copying a directory, let's say on an NTFS file to a FAT32 file system, sometimes you'll see a warning message that says thumbs.db cannot be copied without losing data or something of that nature. And what that is because thumbs.db actually has an alternate data stream associated with it. So when you copy that, what it's saying is, hey, that information is going to be lost. Because a FAT32 system doesn't know anything about alternate data streams. All it knows about is the actual contents of the file. Okay, and now what this is doing is this just going over, and I'm just going to leave this for your notes because it actually explains how this works. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this in real time. Run. Okay, what we're going to do is that we're going to let's first create a file called echo. Unnamed data stream. Let's say we're creating a file called data.txt. Okay. So we know that the contents of that file is there. Okay. Now what we need to do is we're going to add to that a named data stream, and as the name indicates, that you're going to have to actually name this stream. So we're going to named there. So now we got the name of the file and then the name data stream. So before we do that, let's go back and look at the size of the file. Sorry about that. dir data.txt. It's 24 bytes. Okay. Now let's go back and echo named data stream greater than data.txt named. Okay. Now we can go back and look at the directory listing for data.txt. Notice it did not increase. And we want to type data.txt. It still says unnamed data stream, but now if we want to access the named data stream, we'll type more and redirect to more data text and the name of the stream named. Notice now named data stream. How would you use this? How would somebody use this as a criminal? Well, you can hide any type of file. In fact, we'll see that you can actually hide a executable file, and you can actually run it. We'll see that in just a second. But as you can see here, that we've got this file. It's got the contents right here. So this could be some sort of operational plans for a terrorist or a bank robber or whatever. Now, if this isn't hidden, this is only hidden in a logical sense. It's really not hidden in a physical sense. So you could still actually go in and search for, terrorist plans or named data stream, whatever the contents of the file are, and you would still find them. However, just looking at this from a logical sense with plain tools that don't understand named data streams, you would never find this. Let's create another file. Okay. Now let's see what 16 bytes, and now there's a file in here called netcat, and which is a executable file that allows you to send bytes over a network. And so if we were to run netcat.exe, we see there it is, right here, that it's running. What it's waiting for is instructions. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to hide that file. And so one way of actually hiding this, type netcat.exe greater than homework.txt, and we're going to name it this. Look at homework.txt. Hasn't changed the size of the file. And now let's do start. In order to run this, you have to give it the full path. So homework.txt and the name of the file. Oops, and there we go. It actually created its own window there. We killed that. There. Okay, so now let's go and look at, I'm going to make this a little smaller so you can see everything. Now, I previously did this this illustration. So what we've done is that I created a file called myfile.txt, and that's only showing the hex right here. We want to see what the text is. There's the text. Okay, so I created this file here, myfile.txt. And that's how. Okay, so hello world. Now we go down here and we see that I've actually got myfile.txt : foo.doc. Here we go. And so This is an alternate data stream. If we go over here and we see the attributes, notice this says ADS as well as this. So if you look at all these other, the other nomenclature, we have hidden, we have the archive, and S means it's a system file, and R means read-only. ADS means it's an alternate data stream. So we have two right here. MyFile.txt has actually two files associated with it. Named data streams. It has one called foo.doc and one called foo.exe. If we take a look at what this file is, this is the file that was associated with it. It's a Windows Word file. Look at the size of this file. It even has pictures in it, graphics in it. So that was the contents of that file. And the other was, if you did MZ, that was that's the header for a DOS executable file. And notice it says this program cannot be run in DOS mode. And if we scroll down, see, now I haven't done this, but I'm going to see if I can execute that from here. There we go. Even though it says foo.txt, we see that that's netcat as well. So those two files were hidden, but if we have the right type of software, we can we notice that we can actually view those files. Let's go into let's see if this shows up here. And this is the same directory, the root directory. And we see here we have nc.exe. Here we've got myfile.txt. And notice that the alternate data streams associated with that file are not showing up. Okay, let's go back here. So all this is showing, and you can take a look at this yourself. It kind of explains how to hide files here. I'm hiding notepad.exe. At the end of osama.txt, it's kind of a backwards thing, but it kind of shows you how that works. Here we're viewing the contents of the two files. This is a great article that you could take a look at. I'll post the PowerPoint slides, and then you can just click on that and go to it. But it does a great explanation of NTFS hidden streams. Here's how to start. Here we've got Notepad that we've got as a alternate data stream on the end of osama.txt, typing start and then the location of the file, and including the named data stream. You can actually open up Notepad. sfind is a utility that it's not out there anymore. It was included in an original package of forensics utilities. I'm going to try to find it. I've got a copy somewhere, but it would actually go through, you type sfind and where you want to start from, and it would find all the different named data streams. Notice here, thumbs.db, it finds as a named data stream. Thumbs.db here is a named data stream, and then two files here. Hidden.txt is the named data stream. Osama is this is the name of the file, and this is the named data stream. This is the name of the file, that's the named data stream. Notice that if you, well, let's go back and do that. If this is actually running, okay. This was, notice that this was the named data stream that's running. If we then take a look at the running processes, this should show up. There we go. That's running. Now let's see if we can just find it in the running processes. Here it is right here. So if it runs, it's not going to be hidden from those systems utilities. Okay, so that ends this brief little talk about alternate data streams, names data streams.